Okay, welcome to day 6. So, after a weekend, we are back to day 6, and I think everybody's pumped, right? I think everybody's pumped. I definitely am. I'm really tired, but I'm very pumped about this class. Okay, so the last class we talked about different kinds of costs. Can anybody tell me in the chat box what are the different kinds of costs? I want to see if you remember. Go, go, go. Okay, I'm gonna give you, Rachel said fixed, very good, variable, and hidden. Yeah. Can you give me an example of fixed cost? Fixed cost is nothing but costs that don't change every month. Like, for example, rent. Rent will not change, right? Your equipment will not change, right? Once you buy it, it's not like you
Electricity.
are going to um, uh, what happened? Something happened. Anyway, it's not like you're going to keep buying the same equipment over and over again every month, right? Yeah. What about variable costs? Variable costs are costs that keep going higher as you keep getting more and more orders. For example, fixed costs will not keep going up if you get orders. Like the rent you pay is still going to be the same no matter how many orders you don't get or you do get. Ingredients, you will have to keep buying the more the orders you get. Yes. What about the third one, hidden costs? Yeah, electricity is also a variable cost. Hidden costs, hidden costs are like, oh, suddenly there is wastage, we don't know what to do with it. You forgot something, you made a mistake, or your staff made a mistake, right? Sometimes you agree for delivery, let's say, and you didn't think about it, right? Extra ingredients when trying a new recipe. Yes, usage of lights. Exactly, usage of lights when the rest of the family is asleep and it is not the time for you to wake up, but you get up and you use electricity. That is hidden cost. See, now electricity can be in fixed cost, it can be in variable cost, and it also can be in hidden costs, right? So these are the things that we talked about, right? Okay, so what is the next thing? Once we know what these costs are, we need to be able to track them, right? How many of you track your expenses on a regular basis? Your home expenses on a regular basis? Give it to me in your chat in the chat box, or raise your hand. Okay. Anybody else? Or is it just like every single day, whatever comes in your whatever you have, you just okay, Karuna says not regularly. Rachel says no. Karuna says yes, I do. Laura says I track, but Karuna says but not regularly. Yeah. So have you seen a pattern where when you're tracking expenses, you feel like you're in control? And you also know exactly where you are losing money, or it's, oh, that's a wastage. For example, when I was so for the longest time, growing up, we came through a very very difficult time. Like my dad lost his job, so there was a time when we did not even have food in the house. So we went through like a really difficult period of time, so we did not understand grocery shopping as much. It used to be almost on a single everyday basis. So when I got married, we had a fixed income, right? So my husband had a job, I had a job, so we had a fixed income, and we were in a place where we could buy groceries. So for me, that was an alien concept. Suddenly, from going from not being able to not learning how to do grocery shopping to I'm handling a house, right? So I used to buy a month long grocery thing. And what I realized was, oh my, over years, I realized, oh, month long, once we are buying, a lot of stuff was going for waste simply because by the end of the month, I could see like worms in the suji, or like dals were getting wasted, rajma was getting wasted. So then I adopted the whole thing of buying it for weekly. That week we write a grocery list and we buy for week. Only things like rice or oil or things like that we buy extra, but other things we don't buy extra. Things that are perishable. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because that I started tracking expenses. When you start tracking expenses, what happens? You start seeing where are you where are you losing leaks. See these little things. As much as you think, oh, padai penda, oh, it's gone, but at the end of the day, it's money that is gone. Yeah. 1 second. I just lost something here. Does that make sense? So first one, when you're tracking expenses, one thing is you get a very clear idea of where you're losing money and where you're getting money also. Yeah. The second one is profitability. It also gives you ways of, oh, this product is becoming profitable. Maybe I should start selling this product more. Maybe I should market this product more. Not just marketing aimlessly, but the tracking will help you market a product really well. Yeah, because you will figure out what is giving you profitability. Yeah, and also it will give you areas of overspending. So if you're not overspending, automatically what happens? That overspending will go down and your profit will come up. So first one, it gives you clarity. Second, your profitability increases. Number three, you will be able to price confidently because you know the price of each one. And when a customer says ఎందుకు ఇంత costly, why is it so costly, इतना पैसे क्यों लगा रहे हो, immediately you can say, this is how much it costs for me to make the cake, this is my profit percentage, and this is the price that I'm giving it to you at. And when you're coming with such confidence, simply because you know your pricing, nobody will say no. Or at least even if they say no, they can say no from a place of, this is not my budget. And a flip side of that is also, people will not bargain with you. When you know your costs really well, people are not going to be bargaining with you. Make sense? Clarity, profitability, and confidence. These three things you will get when you start tracking your expenses. Yeah. So how do you track your expenses? Can somebody give me in the chat box what do you use? How do you track your expenses? Do you write it in a notebook? How do you track your, Laura, you said you track your expenses, no? How do you track your expenses? Also, Karuna also said that you track your expenses. A small notebook, great. In my phone, what do you use in like a note? Okay, like note. Okay, awesome. I have a separate diary. So Laura says you have a separate diary. Okay. Is it difficult for you to when you're? It's great that you guys are doing on a notebook. It's great, but start getting into digital stuff. Why am I telling you that? Because you guys are all going to be business owners, and some of you already are, right? So if you want to go from Marwadi type of shop to actually a nice home baker to a storefront, you guys need to go digital. You guys, I know it is very, Laura says, yeah. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? See, because writing it in the notebook is not, as much as I say it's great that you guys are keeping an expense note, it's not helping you. It will not help you in the long run. So it makes sense for you guys to learn a little bit of tech. What are the different ways of tracking expenses? Please open Google Sheets. Yeah, very simple. Google Sheets. You cannot tell me I don't know how to do this. Yeah, Excel. Great. If you're comfortable with Excel, please go ahead and do Excel. If you're comfortable with Google Sheets, go ahead and do it. I will tell you another software which is free. It's called Zoho Books. Okay, it is a paid software also. If you go to the next level, but for the small for the start, I still use Zoho. By the way, I still use Zoho, which is free. It helps me make a nice invoice, professional looking invoice. All I need to do is just connect my bank account to Zoho, which is even if you don't connect it, it is fine. It is absolutely fine, but it will help you um, track all your expenses. All you need to do is just keep feeding it, and it will show you where you're going down, where you're going up. Okay. So Zoho Books is something that you please delve into it. Like you don't have to master it. You just have to open a tab on the computer and just look at the software. If that is something that you can that you can even try to learn. If it is overwhelming, I would say just do Google Sheet. See, simple things like I'll just share the screen. Can you see? See, simple things like this is my expense, this is my fixed cost, this is my variable cost and hidden cost. For example, whatever the expense is that day. Let's say I paid my rent that day. Yeah. How much did I pay? It comes under fixed cost, so I will write 31,300. Let's say electricity. What kind of electricity is it? Electricity, I will put it as variable cost. So I'm going to put it as 5,000. Right? That day what happened? Delivery. I'll just put another column to the left. I will write date here. Right? Let's see, what is today's date? 3rd, no? 3rd, 02. So let's say all these things are today only. Delivery is, let's say, 200 rupees. Right? Easy? Isn't it easy to track? Just put this, and at the end of 1 week, let's say, not even daily, I'm not even saying daily, just put in the cost. That's it. At the end of the week, let's say this is, so you go to, see the sigma sign? There's sum over here. Click on that and just click on the first one and press shift and go down and enter. So whatever, like for example over here, let's say, give me another fixed cost. I just bought a mixie. Let's say mixie is 7,200. What happened? The total became what? 38,500. Can you see? It's just adding up everything. So you don't have to sit with the calculator and actually add. You can just put all the, see, this is the total. And just do sigma sum, add all of these. Sigma sum, add all of these and enter. Make sense? And now you know, oh, in fixed cost, in Telpatunda, every month, oh my goodness, this is how much I'm paying in a month. In a variable cost, you will see, oh, this is how much I spent on ingredients. This is how much I spent on my transport. This is how much I spent on packaging. This is how much I spent on variable costs. So hidden costs, oh my goodness, I really need to look into delivery. Why is so much money gone into what is this 200 rupees? Oh, it is delivery. Why did so much money go into delivery? Yeah, you'll be able to start seeing patterns. Is it making sense? Yes. Okay, great. Yeah. So that's basically what today is all about. So what is your takeaway? Let me just pause.